Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gyarados, and today I want to be ranking every single Wave 5 track, let you guys know my thoughts on the track so far, and let's just get straight into it. At number 8 is a very disappointing Sunset Wilds. This track, I really wanted it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I was really excited when I saw it in the trailer for the Wave 5, the DLC. But unfortunately, they made a very lazy recreation. There was no sunset at the end of lap 3. The driving is literally impossible. None of the turns work on this track. I really wanted to like this track. I really did. But at this point, I've given up on it. It's downright awful. It's just a massive off-road track that is going to end up being a bagger and not very enjoyable at all. So that is why this is at number 8. And number 7 is Los Angeles Laps. LA Laps is one of the most boring tracks to come out of the DLC. All of the shortcuts are just super plain. There's nothing very interesting about the track except for the oil rig part. And even then, it's not particularly great. I think there was a lot of potential in this track as well, and they kind of just, it feels like they just threw it away. I can see why you can enjoy this track a little bit, but it's probably one of the worst city tracks so far. And number 6 is Moonview Highway, and everything from here on up are tracks that I completely overwhelmingly enjoy in this wave. Moonview Highway was one of those tracks that I was scared to come back into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I was not happy when they announced that it was going to be in Wave 5. But after looking at the track, even just in the trailer itself, it looked phenomenal. And it didn't disappoint as well when it officially came out. And even though it's not very exciting to drive and it's kind of just a boost panel central, it's a certified classic, and I'm glad they brought it back. And it's fairly enjoyable to drive despite having not much going on. And the fact that they reduced the cars quite a bit does mean that it's a little bit more boring. But at the same time, it's a little bit more bearable to play online because, you know, people can still lag through the bomb cars just as they did in Mario Kart Wii. So I'm glad they reduced the cars by quite a bit. So it's a little bit more enjoyable as a track in general. In number 5, we got Squeaky Clean Sprint. Now, this has got to be the funniest track that Nintendo has ever made. The fact that they made a track based around a bathroom where everything is like leaking and draining and everything is just hilarious. And the track itself plays so weird, and it's definitely a credit to Nintendo for being incredibly creative with this one. I did not think they'd take such massive risks with a track like this. I thought maybe it'd be something like Sky High Sunday, which they brought out, but this was a lot better, and I think this could definitely go up my list for sure. But the driving is not great. There's too many like tight spots for me to really say to myself, oh yeah, this is going to be an enjoyable track, because bombs are going to be impossible to avoid, and you can think of them like bath bombs. They're going to cover every part of the track. So yeah. At number 4, we got Vancouver Velocity. This track is eerily similar to New York Minute from Wave 2. It has the same like surface of road. It's got like the sort of same city vibe as well, but it's got a lot more space, I think, than New York Minute has, which I don't know if that benefits or deteriorates it as a track. It's got, you know, more gliders, more space to move around the track, but I think it's a very solid track in this wave, and that's, I mean, why it's at a very solid number 4 here. At number 3, I've got Athens Drift. This has got to be probably one of the most complicated tracks that Nintendo's ever added to any Mario Kart ever. It's got so much incredible depth to it. The driving is fantastic. The turns feel really good wherever you drive. I don't like this nearly as much as most people do. A lot of people have this as their favorite track in the wave, and by a lot as well. But personally, for me, I just don't like how it feels. It's not really an objective measure, but I definitely like the top 2 on this list a lot more. But I would say the top 3 are far and away some of the best tracks in the DLC. So yeah, Athens Drift, even though it's here at number 3, is definitely one of the best tracks to come out. At number 2, we got Daisy Cruiser. Now, Daisy Cruiser has got to be one of the best, like, simple tracks that just it translates so well over into this game, and it just feels so good to drive on. The tables don't really get in the way too much, and there's so much and yet so little going on at the same time. It feels like this sort of track was just made for this game, and it's definitely going to be one of the main runners that you'll be seeing in competitive play in the next couple of months, or even throughout the game's lifetime. So I would not be surprised if you see this as one of the most common tracks to be picked, and you'll probably see it a lot on the channel. But yeah, Daisy Cruiser is definitely a top pick for me. It was a tough battle between these top 2 here. And at number 1, of course, is Koopa Cape. A lot of people I saw hating on this track, which I did not appreciate. Koopa Cape, this is the track I was most excited for coming out in Wave 5, and it sure did deliver. The driving on this track is just, it's incredible. I don't know how they managed to make Koopa Cape from a tour track that was downskilled by a lot, and they somehow made it work so well in this game. It looks so downscaled and way too tight when I first played it, but after doing a couple more playthroughs and time trialing it, it just felt so silky smooth throughout, and it's got to be up there with probably a top 3 track in the game, in my opinion. And you'll be seeing me pick this a lot in any competitive match I play. So the ending section where they made the waterfall, instead of it basically pushing you off the track like it does in MKWe, it's so downscaled to where if they made that happen, the track would be almost unbearable. But instead, they basically make you go faster by driving into it. So that's a little shortcut for you guys. Just yeah, if you drive to the waterfall, you'll be completely fine at the end. So this track just plays incredible. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just it's probably gonna be a top 3 track for me in the entire game. And yeah, I'm just so excited to play these in competitive matches and wars and lounge, everything. It's going to be so fun. This is probably going to be my favorite wave, and it's got the super highs, and there's not too far lows either. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please go follow me on Twitch. I am almost to 1K followers there, and we'll be doing a 24-hour stream once that happens, so go follow me over there. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course, so that you get notified for videos like these. And I'll see you guys later.